Hi, I'm Heather. Welcome to class. Today I'm sharing an excerpt from one of my classes in the Iyengar Practice Hub, which is my video library. This excerpt is from intermediate number 306 and it is a little backbending sequence. I invite you to practice the full class with me by signing up to the Iyengar Practice Hub. You can start your subscription with a 7-day free trial and you'll find the link in the description box below. Before we begin, if you find this video helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Move from Dhanurasana, rolling over to Parsva Dhanurasana, and then continuing to roll over to Chatush Padasana. Now when we do that, we're clearly going to roll off the mat. So the question is, do you want the mat under you for Dhanurasana or for Chatush Padasana? I've got two mats here, so I'm going to line one mat next to the other. If you've got two mats, you can do that. But I'm going to suggest that you have a blanket. If you've only got one mat, have a blanket under the abdomen for Dhanurasana and then roll over for Chatush Padasana onto your sticky mat so that your shoulders and your feet can stick on the sticky mat. If you're not sure what Chatush Padasana is, think about bridge pose. When we lie on our back, we lift our hips, we roll the shoulders under, but we're catching the ankles. So from our Dhanurasana with the catch of the ankles, we try and maintain that catch and that grip. Okay, so let's see how we go. I'm going to start right on the edge of my sticky mat here. I'm going to roll to the right side first. So you bend the knees, catch the ankles and lift up. Then you pull the right thigh to the floor and as if you're yanking that left leg, yank the knee over behind you so that you can roll onto the right side. Excuse me. And then we're going to see if we can keep rolling. So you're pulling this left knee back to roll backwards, over, set your feet, hip width then, lift up into Chatush. Shoulders roll under. Now can you keep the grip, lower the hips, but pull the right foot across to the left so that your knee comes in and then roll back over to Dhanurasana. Then come out. I'm going to turn around so that I can go onto the other side. So this is really tricky. At least just try and work to roll over to Parsva Dhanurasana. And if you listen to my instructions, hopefully they give you a bit of help in how to roll over. Okay, so Dhanurasana, lift up. Then to roll over to the left, you pull your left knee closer to the floor and lift the right foot up and take it backwards towards the left side so that you can roll over to Parsva Dhanurasana. Then if you're going further, pull the left knee back more. Actually, sorry, left knee forward a little so that your right foot can come backwards to the floor. So you've got to pull the right thigh back, roll over, and then set your feet to hip width. Roll the shoulders under. Then as you come down, you're going to pull that left foot in closer to the right. Come back onto the side, roll over, Dhanurasana, and then come down and have a rest. So in the beginning, if you've never done something like this before, it's often the case with anything new. We try it and we feel uncoordinated, we feel awkward, it's difficult, and then the consensus in that conversation we have with ourselves is, I can't do this. or I give up, I walk away, it's not for me. But I want to encourage you in this process of yoga that it is a process, it is a journey, it is a practice, and that we apply ourselves every day. We get on the mat, we apply ourselves no matter what, no matter how we're feeling. And I'm not saying you do a practice like this on a day that you're not feeling great, on a day where energy is really low. You might need to do more of a restorative practice. But there are times when it's really good to challenge ourselves and to expand our practice, expand our boundaries, push those boundaries just a little bit. And so if you're coming into this and you feel defeated, try again. We're going to practice this again, rolling from Dhanurasana to Parsva Dhanurasana, even if that's what you can manage. If you can't catch your ankles, put a belt around your ankles and hold on to the belt. Even if Dhanurasana is your practice today and you're not rolling over, let that be the case. But notice the stories that go on in your mind and just let them diminish. Let them, like a cloud in the sky. We've got the sun radiating, the cloud comes, it covers the sun for a moment, but then it moves on. Let your thoughts be like that. Come onto your belly for Dhanurasana. Bend the knees, catch the ankles, lift up. Now to roll over onto the right side, pull the right knee to the floor and draw that left foot up and back to your right so that you roll over onto the right. Then the right thigh might need to come forward a little bit as you pull your left leg backwards, left foot back to the floor, roll over and separate your feet. Lift your chest, roll your shoulders under. Then lower the hips enough, step the right foot in towards the left, roll over and back onto the abdomen for Dhanurasana. And then we'll go to the other side. Set for Dhanurasana. Lift up. To roll to the left, you pull your left thigh closer to the floor and then lift the right foot and knee up and back. Up and backwards towards your left so that you come into Parsva Dhanurasana. Let the left thigh be forward a little bit as you pull your right foot backwards, right thigh backwards to the floor. Set your feet to hip width, roll your shoulders under. Then you lower the hips, step the left foot in closer to the right, come back down over onto the side and back onto the abdomen. And come down and have a rest. And the thing that we notice when we have a consistent practice, if we apply ourselves regularly, there's going to be the occasion when you surprise yourself and you're like, oh, I did it. Wow. And you feel like a toddler exploring the world and realizing, oh, I can do that. And it's very rewarding. All right, let's come onto the knees and stretch forward. Big toes touching, knees apart. And just let it be restful. Let the forearms cross and rest your forehead on your forearms. If you practice yoga, you probably already know this feeling. You want to practice at home, but without guidance, home practice can sometimes feel overwhelming. You need a sense of purpose, clarity, direction, structure, and often those things can be lacking when we're at home on our own. That's exactly why I created Iyengar Practice Hub. Hi, I'm Heather, a certified senior Iyengar yoga teacher with over 28 years of teaching experience. The Iyengar Practice Hub is an extensive online video library containing hundreds of Iyengar yoga classes designed to support you wherever you are in your practice and wherever your practice needs to go next. Each class is thoughtfully created, carefully sequenced, and grounded in the principles of the Iyengar method. Within the Iyengar method, we focus on precision in technique, which involves awareness of alignment and intelligent use of props. Timings or holdings of the poses for a specified length of time. Repetition, which builds strength, flexibility, and clarity in action. And sequencing, the way we work toward a posture along with the way the whole class is designed. This isn't just a collection of videos, it's a structured, living resource you can return to again and again. All classes are organised into 20 clearly defined categories, making it easy to find exactly what you need, whether that's arm balances, standing poses, twists, forward bends, therapeutic classes, focus on hips, back bends, or restorative classes, to name a few. Within each category, you'll find enormous variety, so your practice never becomes repetitive or stale. Every class reflects creative, intelligent sequencing, designed to build awareness step by step, with the props being used strategically to support understanding, accessibility, and deeper action in the pose. This allows you to practice with confidence at home, knowing you're being guided with care, skill, and integrity. If you're a student, this hub becomes your personal practice companion, helping you stay consistent, inspired, and connected to your body. And if you're a teacher, the Iyengar Practice Hub is an invaluable teaching resource, offering fresh sequencing ideas, intelligent prop use, and new ways of approaching familiar poses. Over time, what this library really gives you is trust. Trust in your practice, trust in your choices, and a deeper relationship with yoga that supports you both on and off the mat. If you're ready to practice with clarity, structure, and inspiration, and you want a trusted resource that you can return to again and again, click below to join the Iyengar Practice Hub today. You'll get immediate access to hundreds of intelligently sequenced classes organised by category, so you can practice with confidence at home or draw inspiration into your teaching. Join now and begin practicing with purpose. For full-length classes, check out the Iyengar Practice Hub, heatherkitchenyoga.com. The link is in the description box below.